Hello students, this is part 2 of chapter 4 integer. Today we will look into representation of integer on number line, ordering of integer, absolute value of integers and addition of integers. So let's start with the representation of integer on number line. The number line is divided into three parts. On the left side we are having the negative integers, on the right side we are having all the positive integers. And at the center we are having 0, which is neither positive nor negative. Now ordering of integers. When we are moving toward the right side, the number are increasing. If we are moving the left side, the number are in decreasing order. Okay, so take 0 here. If you are moving toward the right from 0, the number are increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. If you are moving toward the left side, like -1, -2, -3, the number are in decreasing order. So all the negative numbers are what? They are in decreasing order. So by this we can conclude few points, right? Every positive integer is greater than every negative integers. Whatever the positive numbers we are having, all these positive number are greater than negative numbers. Now point number 2, 0 is less than every positive integer and greater than every negative integer. Mean this 0 is less than all the positive number, each and every positive number, and 0 is greater than each and every negative number. Point number 3 is there is no smallest integer and there is no greatest integer, because we know that on the right side the number are infinite, on the left side also the number are infinite. Number on the right is always greater than the number on the left side. Just see here, 5 is on right of 4, so 5 is greater. Just like this, 2 is on right of 1, so 2 is greater. Now see here, -1 is on right side of -2, so -1 is greater. -3 is on right side of -7, so -3 is greater. When we are moving toward the negative integers, the number are decreasing. That's why -1 is greater than -7. -4 is greater than -6, like this. Whichever number on the right side is greater. Now absolute value of integer. It's very easy. The absolute value of integer is always a positive number regardless of sign of the integer. Okay. These two vertical bars represent the absolute value. Whatever the number we are having, if you find its absolute value, it's always positive. See some example. The absolute value of positive 3 is positive 3 itself. The absolute value of -5 is positive 5. Whatever the number we are having, we just have to write the positive value. That's it. What about the additive inverse of the integer? The additive inverse means we just have to change the sign. When the sign of an integer is changed, we get its additive inverse. That's it. If we are having the positive number, its additive inverse is negative number. See the example. The positive 8. The number is positive 8, its additive inverse is -8. The number is -2, its additive inverse is positive 2. The number is -7, its additive inverse is positive 7. And remember one thing, the additive inverse of 0 is 0 itself. Okay, so you just have to change the sign. That's it. Now addition of integers. To perform addition on integers, we have to follow certain rules. What these rules are? If both the number are positive, we have to perform the add operation. We have to add the number and the sign of the resultant value will be plus. If both the number are negative, we have to add the number, the sign of resultant will be minus. If first number is positive, second number is negative, we have to subtract the number and the sign of resultant will be based on the larger integer. If first number is negative, second number is positive, we have to subtract the number and the sign will be dependent upon the larger integer. Now let me simplify it. Here it is. Now what we'll do, if both the number are having the same sign, regardless of whether it can be plus plus or it can be minus minus, we have to perform which operation? We have to add the number and the sign of the resultant will be decided based on the larger integer. That's it. And if both the number are having the different sign, whether first one is positive and second is negative, or first one is negative and second one is positive, we have to subtract the number and the sign will be based on the larger integer. So now For the sign, what we have to do, just see the larger integer and we'll put the sign of the larger integer. And if both the number are having the same sign, we will add them. If both the number are having the different sign, we will subtract them. That's it. Now, take the question number 1. Both the number are positive. So what we have to do, we have to perform the addition on the number. 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. That's it. That is the answer. Now let's take example number 2. Positive 4 plus negative 3. Now firstly we have to solve the bracket. While solving the bracket, just remember one thing. When we open the bracket, the resultant sign will depend upon the these two sign. If these two sign are different, the resultant sign will be minus. And if both the sign are same, whether it is plus plus or whether it is minus minus, the resultant sign will be plus itself. Okay. So firstly we have to open the brackets. So we can write it as 4 plus and minus, it will be minus 4 minus 3. Now both the number are having the different sign, positive 4 and negative 3. So we have to subtract the number. See here, both the number are different sign. So we have to subtract the number. So what we'll write? We'll write 4 minus 3, it will be 1. And the sign will be dependent upon the larger integer. Here the larger integer is 4 and its sign is plus. So we will consider it as a plus 1. We don't need to mention the positive sign. Let's take example number 3. Minus 7 plus 5. Now again we are having two different sign. Whenever we are having two different sign, what we have to do? We have to subtract the number. 7 minus 5, what it will be? It will be 2. What about the sign of the resultant value? The sign will be decided based on the larger integer. The larger integer here it is 7 and its sign is what? Minus. So I have to write minus 2. It will be negative 2. The answer will be negative 2. Example number 4. Now I am having minus 2 plus minus 3. So firstly I have to solve this bracket. So how we'll do it? We can write this as minus 2 plus and minus, what it will be? Minus and 3. That's it. Both the number are what? Same sign. Whenever we are having the same sign, what we will do? When we are having the same sign, we will add the number and the larger integer will decide the sign. So 3 and 2, if we add 3 and 2, what it will be? It will be 5. And the sign will be decided by the larger integer. Here 3 is the larger integer and its sign is what? Minus. So I have to write negative 5. That's it. When you solve more and more question, it will be more clear to you. Okay. These are the questions that are there in our assignment. First we will solve this question. Then we will move to the question number 1. So let's start with the question number 2. To solve the question number 2, we need to draw the number line in our copy. So I have already drawn the number line. So let's solve the question number 2 first. Represent the following numbers on the number line. I am taking the first one, minus 5. Firstly we draw the number line and now we look for the minus 5. Here is my minus 5. Negative 5 is on the left side. So I just have to mark it. That's it. Just like this you can solve the remaining question. Now question number 3. Find the sum of the following using number line. Using the number line I have to solve this. To solve this kind of question, firstly what we have to do? Firstly we have to draw the number line in our copy. So draw the number line in your copy. Now just look for the first number. It is negative 2. So here is my negative 2. Now look for the second number. If second number is positive, I have to move toward the right. If the second number is negative, I have to move toward the left. That's it. If you follow this simple rule, you will be able to solve each and every question like this. See, my second number is positive 4. So I have to move 4 steps toward the right. 1, 2, 3 and 4. What we got? We got positive 2. So our answer will be the sum of negative 2 and positive 4. The answer is positive 2. Let's take another example. Let's take question number 3. So I'm using this number line. So firstly draw what? Firstly draw this number line in your copy and now look for the first number, negative 2. I'm marking the first number, negative 2. What is my second number? The second number is what? Negative 4. Now if it is a positive number, I have to move toward the right side. If it is a negative number, I have to move toward the left side. It is negative 4. So I have to move left 1, 2, 3 and 4. So my answer is negative 6. So the sum of -2 and -4 by using the number line is -6. Hope it is clear to you. Now let's take next question. Question number 4. Now we have to perform the sum but without number line. Let's take question number 1. What is the question? 4 and -6. We have to find the sum of 4 and -6. So how we can write? We will write it as 4 plus in bracket -6. We won't write two sign at the same place. That's why we are using the bracket. Now firstly we have to solve the bracket. 4 plus and minus, it will be minus and 6. Now both the number are having what? Different signs. So we have to subtract the number. So if we subtract 4 from 6, it will be 2. Now what sign we will have? The sign will be dependent upon the larger integer. Larger integer is what? 6 in the larger integer, and its sign is what? Minus. So we have to write the -2. That's it. Okay, let's take another example. The question is -2 and -9. Now solve this question. How we will write it? -2 plus in bracket -9. Now firstly we have to solve the bracket. So it will be -2 plus and minus, it will be minus and 9. Now both the number are having same sign. When we are having the same sign, what we'll do? Whenever we are having the same sign, we have to add the number. Now 9 plus 2, what it will become? It will be 11. And what sign we will have to put? The sign will be dependent upon the larger integer. Here the larger integer is what? 9. Its sign is minus. So we have to put what? We have to put negative sign here. That's it. Our answer is -11. Just like this you can solve the remaining question. Okay. Now question number 5, 6 and 7. So let's take first question from the 5th. What is the absolute value of -2? So how we'll solve it? First we'll put into the vertical the absolute value of -2. It will be 2. Like this you have to solve. It's very easy. You can do it by yourself. Let's do question number 6. Write the additive inverse of following. The additive inverse is what? You just have to write the same number with opposite sign. So additive inverse of -2, it will be +2. Additive inverse of +6 is what? -6. Like this you can solve the remaining one. Compare the following. Now see here. For this we need to draw the number line. Compare the following. We have to compare -2 and -3 and +4 and -6. I am solving -2 and -3. The next one you have to solve it by yourself. So compare -2 and -3. Firstly draw the number line on your copy and mark the number. Where is my -2? -2 is here. And where is the -3? -3 is here. Now you have to compare the number. Means which one is greater and which one is smaller. The -2 is on right of the -3. So we can write -2 is greater than -3. Just like this, compare 4 and -6. Now first question, the integer 5 less than -4. How we'll do is we have to find out the 5 less than the -4. So firstly find out the -4. Here is my -4 on the number line. Now I have to do 5 less than on it. So whenever we are subtracting some number, we have to move toward the left. So 5 step we have to move. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So our answer will be -9. C is our answer. The additive inverse of -7, it is +7. Question number 3. Absolute value of +18 and I have to add with this question number 3. How we'll do it? Just absolute value of +18 is +18 itself and absolute value of -17 is 17. So 18 plus 17 what? It is 35. So my answer number C is correct. Now the last question. The sum of 3 negative integers. The sum of any number of negative integers is always negative. So answer number B is correct. Whether you do sum of 2 negative integers, 3 negative integers or 4 or 5 negative integers, the answer will always negative. That's it. So we are done with assignment 4.2. So what we have to do? You have to solve all the questions from assignment 4.2 in your copy. Thank you.